Good evening. How is everyone today? Happy New Year. This is Silver Heist. Welcome to the show. Let me make sure I've got everything set up here. I've got Maximus. Welcome, Patriotic Goomba. It is 9 o'clock New York, Boston time. 9 o'clock Eastern time in the US of A. On the East Coast, and I'm not sure how to pronounce Silva Tanawa's name. Hello, Silva Grandma. Happy New Year. Welcome, everybody. Can I get a positive signal that you can hear me? Evening Coin Silver. How is the sound? Silver T. Thumbs up, Silva Grandma. So I'm hoping everyone can hear me. So welcome. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and a happy New Year. So I figured we would just come on for a little bit and have some fun. All right, great. So thank you. I'm going to just take a drink. So great. Welcome aboard, folks. How was everyone's holidays? Put a 1 in the chat if you've had a good Christmas, holiday, New Year season. So I think some people it may already be the new year, depending on where you are. So we're getting ready. So a 1 for Silva Grandma, Silver Britches a 1, Brian Weidel had a 2. So sorry to hear that. So yeah, what did folks get for Christmas? I see Maximus Silver Stacker got a 61, 62 proof. That is interesting. That's cool. And what type of coin? A 62. Oh, a 62 proof set. So it's a whole set. So great. So congratulations, Maximus. Hello, Barbara. Welcome. Happy New Year. And Silver T, it's January 1st in New Zealand. So awesome. And 62 is your birth year. So happy birth year, Maximus. So Maximus, we sent all of the Yankee Swap items out on December 28th. So it doesn't have, Yankee already got his Monday, so yours could get there pretty quickly. And so hopefully either today or after the new year, you should get your, oh yeah, okay, so you got your gift yesterday, great. And I think your awesome 2-ounce silver pour is headed to Silver Stealer. He is anxious for that, so he emailed me like, where's my gift? I'm like, it's on its way. So yeah, so we've got everything in the mail. So it's very cool. So we had a fun time. So thanks everyone for participating in the Yankee Swap. It was a cool event. And yeah, very cool. So we'll just sort of chit chat about things, but we can also take predictions. So if you have questions for Magic 8 Ball, we will take questions. Like hypothetically, if Maximus was wondering where, well, let's say Silver Stealer was here. Silver Stealer would say, where is my mail? Or Silver Britches. Silver Britches, I'm not sure if you've received your mail yet, but Silver Britches, is your mail on its way? And the answer would be, it is certain. So yes, your mail of your Yankee Swap is on its way. So Silver Britches, Happy New Year. And yes, you got it. So Magic 8 Ball was correct. So very good. So Magic 8 Ball is 1 for 1 so far. So that is good. I think he's on a roll. So any questions you have for Magic 8 Ball, we can definitely take it. So yeah, Maximus was shocked that Silver Stealer chose your coin, your poured silver, over the big Lady B mystery package. So yeah, there were quite a few. There were quite a few popular things. Some people wanted this poured silver. Some people wanted the Lady Bullion mystery package. Some people wanted Silver OCD's package, which had a lot of cool things in it. I think it had some silver certificates and a bicentennial set and a peace dollar. So there were like 3 very popular gifts that people were looking to heist. My wife heisted this. Whoops. My wife heisted this from Lady Bullion herself. So my wife jumped in and took the Mickey. So she wanted the Fantasia. So this one was heisted away from Lady Bullion, and my wife is now the proud owner of that. And I didn't heist anything, but I took out a wrapped gift, and I got this from Yankee. So this was my Christmas trade. I traded, actually, so Maximus, you got my stuff. So Maximus got my stuff, and I got this from Yankee. So that's an 014, and it's very milk free. So those are a cool deal. So yeah, Stephen Parsons, I would love to do another Yankee swap at Christmas. I think Yankee stacking will allow me to use the word Yankee. I think I've got an agreement with him on that deal. And yeah, this was from Yankee stacking, and this was actually Spectacular. So Spectacular threw this in the mix, and so we walked away with that. And so that was a really cool addition. And so yeah, there were some silver certificates. Some people threw some gifts at me and sort of helped with postage and stuff. So I actually got some silver certificates from Silver OCD. I have 3. So actually mine are, this was outside of the Yankee swap, but these are 57s. Maybe you call these blue seals. So I got some, and they're star notes to boot. So this was like an extra gift above and beyond thing. So Silver OCD did a great job. I really appreciate him sending some things along. And I think whoever got Silver OCD's package, I forgot who ended up with it. He got a bunch of different silver certificates and the peace dollar. So he got some cool things. So evening, Silver Sacks, and Rocky Mountain Beer, and Jonathan Reese, hello and welcome everyone in the chat. Let me just adjust I'm watching the chat in my laptop while we're doing the thing. So yeah, the 8-ball is magic. I'm not sure why. I think, who made Magic 8-ball? Mattel. So this was created in the 50s, I think. So whoever created it, they just figured 8-ball would be magical. And they probably did that without like market research. I don't know, today it seems like they would just sort of test something to death before they actually make it. Although put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen Big. Have you seen Big? Put 1. So Big is probably, did that come across? Big is, hey Clinton S. Put a 1 in chat if you've seen Big. Big is one of Tom Hanks's best movies, and it was directed by Penny Marshall, and it is funny as all heck. He worked for a toy company. He's a 12-year-old boy who, boom, became like a 28-year-old man, and he worked with all these adults, but he had a kid mind, and all the adults forgot how to be kids, and it's a really great movie. So yeah, Big is a great story. And I think it took place in New York City, maybe Coney Island. So yeah, the piano scene in maybe FAA Schwartz was really great. The Great Zoltar. That could have been like a Coney Island thing or something in something along the Jersey Shore or Coney Island. So yeah, so hello Elton Jones, welcome from the Spectacular channel and the YouTube universe. So this was a gift from Spectacular that went through a bunch of hoops, but it landed in my wife's hands. So that was fun. So yeah, so Silver Britches is closing in. I think he's saying he's closing in on 500 subs. So he has some great videos. I've been watching some of his. He's got some great unboxings. And so if you don't know people here, introduce yourselves. Maybe pop over to their channels and check them out. So yeah, does anyone have a question for Magic 8 Ball? So if you can, I don't know if you just want to say at Silver Heist, at Silver Heist, that way it just sort of jumps out at me. You could ask at Silver Heist, will spot for gold hit 1800, something like that. So is spot for gold gonna hit 1800 in 2020? So let's see, what was it gonna say? Signs point to yes. So any kind of questions you want to ask, and it's really best sort of a yes/no question instead of a totally open-ended question. So Clinton S. wants to know, will my artwork sell more in 2020? I saw Talkin' Bullion reveal a beautiful round Clinton S. piece of art. So will Clinton S.'s artwork sell more in 2020 than previous years? Let's see what it says. Let's see. Actually, Clinton, it says outlook is not so good. So he could be wrong. He's not always right. He's right most of the time. So yeah. So Silver Soup, will he get a good raise? Will Silver Soup get a good raise this year? Let's see what he thinks. And whoops, I think we missed out on that. So this is for Silver Soup. Without a doubt. So Silver Soup, without a doubt, he's looking at a raise in 2020. So yeah, so that was a very beautiful piece, Clinton. I think a lot of people really like that. And so don't let Magic 8 Ball get you down. I think Talking Bullion showed that off nicely. I think it speaks for itself. Silva, should I buy a 28A silver certificate? Let's see what it says. Concentrate and ask again. So we're not sure. Okay, so Jonathan Reese is been laid off for a bit. Will be able to find a job. Well, I really hope so, Jonathan Reese. And let's see what Magic 8 Ball says, but I think we're all pulling for you. So don't put all of your eggs in what Magic 8 Ball says. But let's see what he does say. Concentrate and ask again. So we'll get back to that. So that's been the same answer again. Let's just go for Jonathan Reese's question one more time. Whoops. Most likely. All right, that's a positive sign. I'm thinking good things for 2020 for Jonathan Reese. That's what we're hoping for. So Silver Britches. Will Silver Heist get a gold buffalo? Or will Silver Britches get a gold buffalo? I say we ask, will Silver Britches get a gold buffalo? And cannot predict now. Okay, we can't predict about the Silver Buffalo, but we can predict we're sending good vibes to Jonathan Reese. That's the most important thing. So we're going to send good vibes to Jonathan Reese, and we're going to do what we can do. So if anyone else has a question, Rocky Mountain Bear, will I find my next ex-wife in 2020? Well, that depends. Do you have a present wife, or are you looking for a new wife to become an ex-wife? So, but we'll ask, will Rocky Mountain Bear find a new ex-wife this calendar year? Cannot predict now. Yeah, you can't predict now because first you need a wife, then you need to look to see if it's going to be an ex-wife. So, for instance, International Sacker is looking for a wife. So, hello, Anton. Happy New Year. All right. Well, good luck, Rocky Mountain Bear. I say keep looking, and that's the best thing you can do. So, yes. So, I don't know if I missed any questions. If there's any questions and somehow I missed it, please repeat them. But I think we're good. Is anyone going to see fireworks tonight, either live or on television? Is anyone in the chat going to watch fireworks tonight? And outlook not so good. So maybe no one's going to watch live fireworks, but if you want to see fireworks, I'm sure there's something on television somewhere. So, will Georgia beat Baylor in the Sugar Bowl? Ask Silver Britches. So he's looking for Georgia to beat Baylor. And the answer is yes, definitely. So Georgia is victorious. And Maximus wants to know, he's doing $50 hunts every Wednesday and Sunday night at 8:30 Eastern Time. My first live stream in the middle of November found 140 40%ers. That's crazy. So I think the question is, can Maximus have as good an outcome as he's had in the past? And let's find out. And the answer is, as I see it, yes. And at the same time, we want to jump over and thank Sloth Leadfoot for an ounce of silver for ya. That is awesome and much appreciated. Appreciate the super chat. And we will go shopping for that ounce of silver. So that will be my first ounce of 2020 is courtesy of Sloth Leadfoot. So Sloth Leadfoot, that is great. Let me ask you, just put in the chat, what do you like to buy for silver? Do you like bullion silver? Do you like constitutional silver? I'm kind of a constitutional silver, is a lot of what I have, but I do like bullion silver. So what is Sloth like? So Coin Silver likes constitutional. Am I missing the chat? Yeah. So that is great. Maximus is a constitutional person. And Sloth is buying Franklin halves. So he's into constitutional. So yeah, so there you go. And I got a bunch of gifts from people to help with the mail. And off the top of my head, I actually kind of forget who gave me which ones, but I have it written down and I appreciate all of them. So I got a couple of things, and maybe it was, and I apologize if it was you, Silver Britches, but I know I got a bunch of different stuff from a few different people. I don't have my list in front of me, but I got a cool penny from Sherry Ward. I remember that. And this was from maybe Steinar. So someone gave me a couple of pennies and the tiniest little piece of silver. I think this is even smaller than a gram, but we got some cool constitutional. I think maybe Rick G sent me a couple of tiny 1/10 ounces. So this is cool. So this was sort of the help for mailing everything out. So we spent a bit of money mailing 20 plus packages, but it was really fun. It was fun being a host. Stephen Parsons, here's a roll of nickels for you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Maybe I'll get a war nickel or two. I forget what a war nickel goes for, but I like war nickels. So I might get me a couple of silver dimes. So I appreciate that, Stephen. So that is great. Yeah, so that was Silver Britches. This is yours. This is the 2 standing Liberty quarters. I thought it was you. So these are, and this is the most beautiful Franklin half I've ever owned. So this was beautiful. I know I have a list of who sent me which, so I appreciate for not apologize for not remembering. This is Silver Britches. This is the most beautiful Franklin half I've ever had. So when I find a couple of Franklins coin roll hunting, there's nothing this nice. This is very nice. And I don't do quarters. I only did a couple of boxes looking for W's, but I haven't gone after it as hard as Maximus has. So I've certainly never found anything like this coin roll hunting. I buy constitutional occasionally, and maybe every 3 rolls I might find like one of these, but nothing as nice as these. So these are exceptional. So I really appreciate that, Silver Britches. These are really nice. So those are beautiful. So that was Silver Britches. He has awesome taste, awesome coins. So yeah, those are great. So let's see if I missed anything. Yeah, that is a beautiful $50 Sloth Leadfoot for sure. So Maximus found a Standing Liberty quarter coin roll hunting in May, so that's awesome. So I've got a hunt or 2 in the queue. I've got a box waiting to open up, and I got a box I need to edit the video and finish up. So I may be posting a hunt in the next 48 hours. So yeah, so Maximus is a hunter. So put a 1 in the chat if you're a hunter. Put a 1 if you are a coin roll hunter. I know Maximus is a hunter. So let's see if Maximus is going to get some success. Is Maximus going to get some success hunting? Most likely, yes. All right, great. Is Anton going to find some success coin roll hunting? Yes, definitely. Is Coin Silver going to find some success coin roll hunting? Most likely. Who else? Brian Weidel. Are you going to find some success coin roll hunting? Signs point to yes. All right, it's looking good. Who else? Worcester. Is he going to find some success coin roll hunting? And hello, Armando. So this is for Worcester. Is he going to find some success coin roll hunting? Actually, outlook not so good. You know, sometimes you hit a streak, you hit 2, 3, 4 boxes where you don't find something, but then you find some. So I'd say keep plugging away. I think the worst streak I hit was maybe 4 boxes, even 6 boxes. I had nothing with my halves, and then I got some stuff. So yeah, so thank you. So thank you, Silver Britches. So yeah, folks, as you're joining, if you want to hit the old thumbs up button, we appreciate it. So welcome, Stephen Kenyon. Hello. And Silver Sacks tried it once with 1,000 halves, found 1 40%er. Yeah, so you just have to do a lot of boxes. I can only do like 1 a week. I kind of wish I could do 2, but I couldn't see myself doing like 3 or 4 a week. 2 a week is almost... 1 a week is kind of fun. 2 would sort of be fun, but then it gets not as fun. It's like hit or miss. 2 would double my odds, but 2 just makes it more of a... You got to get it done. You got to get it back to the bank. Things start to pile up. It's kind of expensive to have $500 boxes. You have to just keep flipping them. So I kind of just flip. So Maximus is doing a 4 a week. Yeah, I just like flipping 1 a week. I wouldn't mind flipping 2 a week, but 2's actually kind of maybe too much. But I'd like the results of 2. So 3 a week for Worcester. So yeah, so that's good. I mean, you're going to find some stuff. If you're doing 3 or 4, you're going to find some stuff. So yeah, the eyes. I would have to say that, Stephen Parsons. I do halves. There's no way I have eyes to do dimes. I couldn't do dimes. There's no way I could do dimes. I couldn't. I'm not even sure. I don't even have the eyes to see the edges on $50. I'm not really that good at like seeing the difference between a 40% and a copper. I see people like just take stuff and they just look at it and they throw it aside so fast. I don't know how they do it. Stack Attack. He just takes something, he looks at it, and he throws it aside. He just does it so fast. It's crazy. But yeah. So yeah, edge hunt. Well, you have to have sharp eyes, I think, to edge hunt. That's good. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit colorblind. But still, you think like a 90% would jump out. But I guess maybe it's the $50. It's the 40% that's deceptive. I have to look at every date. So, yeah, I'm kind of like Armando. I need to look at the dates. So I like to just look at the dates. And so, yeah. So Stephen Parsons, the error and variety collectors, they do amaze me. I'm thinking of doing a video on why I don't do error and varieties. And so I don't know if I'll annoy the error and variety people, but I don't have an interest in error and variety because I neither have the eyes, nor the knowledge, nor the patience to understand that there's a penny where Lincoln has 6 fingers. Like, that just doesn't interest me. It might be worth a lot of money, but I just don't understand it. There's just too much specialized knowledge. Like, if I found a penny and it was like double die 55, then that's something I can understand. But all these other varieties and errors, I just don't get it. So I'm not an error and variety person. So does anyone have any questions for Magic 8 Ball? We can jump into more questions as needed. So, yeah. So I think, I'm trying to think, Maximus, I think, found errors. I think Maximus understands errors when he's hunting the quarters. I just don't understand errors and varieties. It's just too much knowledge, too much information. So what are people, you can ask questions. What are people stacking in the new year? Do you want to ask questions of Magic 8 Ball, whether you should stack this or stack that? And hello, Blended Whiskey. I don't understand the language you're speaking, but I will wish you a Happy New Year. And so, Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to Blended Whiskey. Good to see you, my friend. I saw those dozen deers in your backyard. So you had quite some visitors recently. Okay, so Steven wants to know if he's going to find a W. So we will definitely ask that. I found one W at a Walgreens in New York City. Although I don't think it's called Walgreens. It's called, Barbara maybe can help me. I think it's called Dwayne something or other. It's kind of like Walgreens, but it's like the New York City version. I just got it from change from them, and it was a W. So let's see. Is Stephen Kenyon going to find a W? Signs point to yes. So there's a W for Stephen on its way. And German for Happy New Year. I kind of thought it was. Yeah, so I got a quarter, I think, from Dwayne Reed. So I got one W from just buying stuff sometime this past summer or fall. So yeah, there's a W for you, my friend. Brian's got a dozen W's for sale. So Happy New Year to Blended Whiskey's German friend and the Blended Whiskey household. And Scott Jarvie is going to try to stack gold this year a little at a time. That's a good idea. And Stephen T, Silver T, I'm going to call him. He's been concentrating really hard. Should he purchase a 28A silver certificate? Okay, because I think Magic 8 Ball didn't have an answer last time. So should Silver T get a 28A silver certificate? Different than this one. Is there something special about the 28A? I'm not familiar with them. You may rely on it. So yes, you may rely on it, Silver Tea. Ask Blended Whiskey wants to know if I'm going to stop buying metals in 2020. All right, so is Blended Whiskey going to stop buying metals in 2020? And it says, without a doubt. So Blended Whiskey, I'm not sure which way you're leaning, but Magic 8 Ball thinks that you're going to stop buying metals. So I'm not sure if you don't buy metals. I don't know if you're thinking of buying real estate or buying Bitcoin or stacking cash or traveling the world. So you can sit on your metals. So yeah, so Magic 8 Ball thinks you're going to take a break from the metals. So it depends where you are. You could take a break. Depends where you are. You can keep pressing forward. So, all right. So Silver T is excited. He's getting he's getting a silver certificate of some kind. He's going to go hunt for the one that he wants. So that would be great. So Stephen Kenyon, his plans this year to go gold panning on Lake Superior. All right, so let's just find out. Is Silver Kenyon going to find some gold when he's panning for gold? Will that be a fruitful activity? And Magic 8 Ball says, reply hazy, try again. So we're not sure right now about the gold panning. Might not pan out, as they say. So Highland Stacking, he just sent in his 2019 S Enhanced Reverse Proof back to NGC with the hair in the slab. So you got a hairball in the slab. So Highland Stacking, what was your grade? Was it a PF 70 hairball or was it a PF 69 hairball? What did they say? So I guess wish you luck that they can get rid of the hair on that Highland Stacking. I think you should be blessed that you received an enhanced reverse proof. I'd take an enhanced reverse proof with a giant hairball on the enhanced reverse proof. So, all right, so Brian Weidel wants to know if he's going to heist this from me. I'm not sure how he's going to heist it from me, but he's going to ask what's the deal. So actually, before we ask that deal, Highland Stacking got a PF 69, but he's got a second one, a PF 70. So that sounds good. All right, so we're going to see. Brian wants to know if he's going to somehow heist that from me, and it says ask again later. So that's not a good sign. I'm not sure you're going to heist this from me. It's going to be kind of hard. You could try. We'll see. So that would be good. I get a drink. Just get some questions queued up. And hold on a second. I get to get a glass of water. All right, we're back. All right. So, Magic 8 Ball, will I find a lot of gold rings on the beach? So Scott Jarvie is a metal detector. So he wants to know if he's going to find some rings on the beach. Better not tell you now. Yeah, I think sometimes it's better to be surprised. I've never metal detected, but I think it's better to be surprised. So out of curiosity, Scott, where do you metal detect? On the East Coast or the West Coast? I'm just curious. And Silver Tea, the silver certificates are only available on TradeMe, kind of like eBay. So that would be cool. So Highland Stacking wants to know, what is everyone stacking in 2020? All right, so Silver Britches has a GAW right now. Is that true? Silver Britches wants to know if someone present in this GAW will win, someone present in this chat will win Silver Britches GAW. So let me just see how this works, if I can do this, before I even ask the question. let me see if I can get this to work. I'm going to try and drop Silver Britches. How can I do this? I'm trying to copy and paste your thing. So this is Silver Britches. So that link that I just posted is Silver Britches link to his channel. So Silver Britches, maybe type something in as to like how to enter your GAW if there's a certain title of a video you need to go to. So someone in this chat gonna win a GAW from Silver Britches. And this says, cannot predict now. So can't predict if anyone in this chat is going to win the GAW from Silver Britches, but I think if Silver Britches can tell us how to go about it, I dropped a link in the chat to his channel at least. So I got you part way there. You just have to go a little further and figure out how to enter that thing. So that would be great. So Clay37, he has a PF70, which is the enhanced reverse proof is a PF70. That's as good as it gets. So that would be great. So Jay, will my machine doubling streak break in 2020 and finally get some DDO? So he wants to know if he's going to get, what does DDO stand for? Double die obverse. So I don't know anything about those things. You may rely on it. So Jay, you may rely on it. Whatever it is that you want, if you want a DDO, you can get a DDO. So that's all there. So Poor Man Stack, welcome, hello. And yes, good news for Jay. So I'm happy for you, brother or sister. So as the case may be. So yes, so excellent. So if you are in the chat, if you want to keep hitting that thumbs up as you're joining our little chat room here, that would be cool. So if anyone, as people keep going, if you have questions about predictions, things you want guidance on for this year, so Magic 8 Ball will give you some support and guidance and direction as to how 2020 is going to look for you. All right, so great news for Jay. So there you go. So yeah, so Highland Stacking is on board the Britches channel. Get on the Britches bandwagon. That's what I'm saying. So that would be good. So let's see. Who is in the house? Let me just see who's present here still. So we got a good amount of people here still. Thanks for sticking around. If you have questions for Magic 8 Ball, keep asking away and we will get to them. So Highland Stacking is going to go strong on ASEs and Maples. So ask 8 Ball, will Silver Heist replace me in 2020 for his latest streams? I'm not sure I understand the question. What do you mean, replace me? So Anton, maybe ask that again. I don't quite understand the question, but I would certainly like to ask your question. So, because there's no replacing Anton, so I'm not sure I understand the question. So, all right, so Silver T, the Silver Cert is purchased. Should I buy a new 8 Ball? I don't know. Should I buy a new 8 Ball? It is certain. I'm not sure why I need 2 8 Balls, but this Magic 8 Ball thinks I should buy a different 8 Ball, so that's really weird. So, how about should Anton buy an 8 Ball? Should Anton buy a Magic 8 Ball so he can always consult the 8 Ball whenever he wants? I think Anton cannot predict now. So we're not sure if Anton should get his own 8 Ball. So, all right. So welcome PDX Brewer. in Highland Sacking's a new guy in the community. He's loved it so far. Okay, great. So we're all behind the 8 ball. So is Maximus behind the 8 ball? Outlook good. Yeah, I think Maximus is behind the 8 ball. What can you say? So, yep. Rocky Mountain Bear is going to get a 9 ball. 9 ball tells you the truth. No doubt. No doubt. So, PDX Brewer, does PDX Brewer have any questions for Magic 8 ball? Who's got a question for the old 8 ball? All right, so Jonathan Reese has his own way of asking questions. So that's all good. So you always need some guidance. Everyone needs some. So, yeah. So, let's see. What else do we want to talk about? This is a gift I got from my brother. This is a silver proof set. So for folks who are into silver quarters, I've never had anything like this before. This is a proof silver. So this is 999 silver. And these are all the state quarters. So I've never really been into state quarters, but this is what they're making now. So these are the things that people are hunting for the W's. There's 5 different W's this calendar year. And Maximus probably has a bunch of these, and some of our other hunters probably have a bunch of these. I forget if the W I found was one of these or maybe one of these. But this one is my favorite one. This one is really awesome. So if I had W's, I'd probably want this one. So I don't know if Blended Whiskey is still here, but that is like the most awesome San Antonio mission quarter design ever. That's really cool. So yeah, that's a beauty. So that is a cool set. An extra quarter in this set. So yeah. So yep. Did Salivate Metal do a face reveal? I'm not sure. Is Coin Sense and Nonsense in the house? Someone's asking a question. Will Coin Sense and Nonsense ever find any sense? So, I don't know. He's all about sense and nonsense, so I can never tell. But he's having a good time. He's got a good sense of humor, so I like watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. He does cool hunts, and he has nice taste in some cool collectible coins. So, yeah. So will Coin Sense find sense this calendar year? Let's see what it says. Signs point to yes. So Coin Sense is going to find some sense. So that's always good. It's always good to get some sense in your life. So Maximus got 20 rolls of River of No Return. And he found 4 W's, and he kept one for himself. So that's cool. So 4 W's. 4 W's. That's kind of a cool design too. I think this River of No Return, that's probably my second favorite one. That's a pretty cool one. I dig that. These other ones are okay. This one's really cool. And this is beautiful. I dig that one. So it's a big year. Big year. So let's see, I'm not sure. My battery, I didn't really charge my battery before I started the show. So I've got some battery, but it might die and surprise us. So I'm going to be a little careful. So we're not going to go super long. We're going to keep going for a little bit, but we might not go too long tonight. I'm afraid I might just my battery may die, and I may just leave you guys in some kind of limbo live stream, which I guess is okay. You can kind of just chat amongst yourself because we may just sort of go into limbo, and who knows, there's just no return from purgatory. If my battery dies and I leave you guys hanging, I'm not really sure what YouTube's going to do. You may just be here till midnight. You can count the ball down to midnight on your own, and I may just be with the dead battery. So who knows? So yeah, limbo's always good. And lately, Salivate Metal, I think his left people in limbo more than once. So he has purgatory, and he comes back with like part 2. So Barbara loves limbo. She likes purgatory. She's kind of digging, just sort of, getting stuck in the middle. You can't really tell where you are. It's kind of like the TV show Lost. You don't really know where you are. You're just not quite sure. So, yeah. Okay, Jonathan wants to know, is my phone going to die? Outlook not so good. Outlook not so good, I think, because my phone will die. So, yeah, I think my phone will die at some point. But we're doing good. So, yeah, we all have tech problems. Sal's working on them. And he's got great live streams, whether he has tech problems or not. They're always fun anyways. You just have to be a little patient with things, and technology is always crazy, but it gets you. So, yeah. So Barbara needs supervision. She provides supervision, but she needs supervision. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged wrench. It cuts both ways. So what can you do? So, yep. Whoops. No, that's the wrong thing. I don't know how Sloth has these fancy letters. How does he get these fancy fonts in his chats? I'm not sure I understand how that happens, but he's got fancy letters in his typing. So, yeah. Sal's got some great live streams. So there's great live streams out there. Appreciate you folks stopping in on my live streams. My live streams are fairly unstructured and not scheduled. I don't have a certain day I do it. I like the 8-ball. 8-ball just sort of adds some fun to it. I'll do them occasionally, whether I do 2 a month or 3 every couple months. It's hard to say, but I appreciate you guys coming in and joining any live streams that I offer. Sal's got great live streams. Spectacular has great live streams. Yankee, Stacking Stormtrooper, Guido, and Maximus. Maximus has live streams. That's always good. So that would be great. So let's do 2 more Magic 8-ball questions. Let's end on a high note. So let's do 2 more Magic 8-ball questions, and then we'll wrap this baby up. So who's got a question for the old Magic 8-ball? And then we will say, will the Yankees win the World Series? Well, it's pretty early. It's still winter, but I don't know, maybe spring training starts earlier than we realize. I would think you'd be more worried about like the Jets or the Giants, but maybe they're already out of the playoffs. I'm not really paying attention. But are the Yankees going to win the next World Series? Ask Maximus. So are the Yankees going to win the next World Series? Don't count on it. So sorry about that, my friend. Not the Yankees. And $50 Dude, will Silver Heist give me a silver New Year's present? You never know. I'm not sure. Maybe not a New Year's present, but maybe a present somewhere in the new year. If there's some kind of giveaway at some point, you never know. There could be a big thing coming up. Very doubtful. All right, so $50 Dude. Very doubtful. I'm not sure, but there's always a possibility. I could do some kind of GAW. Not really sure when my next GAW will be, but we'll do them occasionally from time to time. if I hit a milestone. Okay. Will precious metal prices go up this year? Ask PDX Brewer. I think that's probably likely. Ask again later. That's kind of crazy. Maximus wants to know, will silver hit $20 in 2020? So 20 in 2020, outlook good. Yes. And then here's a question. Is the dollar going to collapse on January 14th, 2020? Don't count on it. Yes. So Sal of 8 Metal has talked about this. There's a YouTube channel that has about 20 videos, and it's all January 14th, dollar collapse. January 14th, 2020, dollar collapse. January 14th, 2020, dollar collapse. So, I think, the dollar could be in trouble for a year in the future or 5 years in the future. But when you put like a specific date, like January 14th, the dollar collapse, that's just a little too specific. I just don't know. And I don't know, Maximus, why they say January 14th. They've just pinned it to it, and they are just beating that drum. And it's funny, like, what is this channel going to do on January 15th when it doesn't? It's very strange. So I don't know. Magic 8 Ball says it's not going to happen. But it's very strange. Yeah, don't let Rocky Mountain Beer. Fear porn is stupid. Do not despair. So be prepared, but don't be overly fearful. It's really crazy. So I'm curious. I think, yeah, January 14th, it doesn't make sense. I mean, if you say, I'm not sure, if you type in YouTube dollar collapse, it might autofill January 14th. This has become such a running thing. They've somehow owned it. They've flooded YouTube with January 14th fear that if you just say dollar collapse, it almost autofills in January 14th. It's really crazy. It's very strange. I'm kind of curious what people are going to say on January 15th. Who's going to make videos about January 15th? It'll be interesting. So I hope it doesn't collapse on January 13th or 14th, but it's more likely to not. So thank you, Half Dollar Dude. Happy New Year all. Gotta go partying with the wife. That's a good idea. That's a very, very good idea. So let me wrap this up by saying Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year, Jonathan Reese, Silver Britches, everyone who's here. Let me see. Why is this not working? That's not what I want. Live chat. Here we go. All right, so thank you, Anton. Thank you, Barbara Carbone. Happy New Year. Coin Silver, Happy New Year to you, my friend. Half Dollar Dude. Highland Stacking. Jay, Happy New Year to you. Jonathan Reese. Maximus Silver Stacker, have a great and bountiful new year. PDX Brewer, I think you're on the West Coast, so you've got a few more hours to go, but it's going to be New Year for you very soon. Rocky Mountain Beer, you might be on mountain time. Don't hibernate, it's going to happen. New Year's are coming. Silver Britches, Happy New Year to you. I think you're on the East Coast. Silver Sacks. Silver Steeler, Happy New Year to you, my friend. And I hope you're getting your package, which is your Maximus Silver Stacker thingy. Port Silver is coming very soon. Silver Tea, Happy New Year to you. I think it already is the new year. I think you're in New Zealand, so Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to Stephen Kenyon. So everyone have a great new year. Let me get back to the chat. Hope everyone has a great... All right, so Silver Steeler got his package, and it is a beautiful one. It's a 2-ounce poured for Maximus. That was a very generous gift, Maximus. So thank you. So it is 10 o'clock East Coast time right now. So Happy New Year to you. Thank you, Rocky Mountain Beer. I will say Happy New Year to Mrs. Heist and Stephen Parsons. Happy New Year to you, my friend. So everyone be safe. Have a groovy 2020. That's what Barbara's asking for. So everyone have a great, bountiful, safe, happy new year. We'll see you in the next few days. So everyone be safe. Catch you at midnight. Good night.